Hello, guys. What's up? We are past the pop culture. Today, we're doing episode 37. We're going to be talking about quite a few things: the Minecraft update, a new free-to-play game called Century: Age of Ashes, and a little bit of gaming news that kind of some interesting things that happened in the past week that I think will be fun to talk about. So stick around. And of course, I'm your host, Ricky, with my co-host, Mr. Fen.
Hola.
So yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. So I think we'll just talk about Minecraft for this first part, because that's kind of I don't know, our bread and butter has been for like the past month or so playing
That's true.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Have you really been playing it for a month?
Yeah, we've been playing it for like about a month.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. That's kind of like our main thing lately. But yeah, we're trying to mix it up a little bit more though. So, but Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update, man, dude. Like we were like waiting for this to come out because part one came out. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's when about the time we started playing
Mm-hmm.
was when part one came out. And so we haven't played Minecraft since, oh man, dude, like the last time it was popular years ago. Like I don't even know,
Well,
man.
that's
Like
you personally. I play it quite
yeah.
quite often.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you didn't play before that.
No. I played because I remember buying a server, and then I played a lot of mods, and then
Uh
that got
huh.
too tedious. I was like, forget it. So I just did like regular, and then ever since it came on Xbox, it's like, oh, now I could play, and then that's why I tried like that.
Hmm.
What is it? The Realms Plus or whatever
Ah, yeah,
service
yeah.
that they have and all that. So I've been an avid fan, I guess.
But yeah, like I don't know. It was weird for me, like coming back
Hmm.
to Minecraft. It just kind of seemed a little interesting, a little strange. Like they added like so many new things, and
It's a
even
whole
then it
new
was like,
game for you.
yeah, it's pretty much like a whole new game for me. And then especially like with this new update that came out, whoo, it was like, man, it was crazy because that was like the Minecraft game we kind of wanted as like a kid. I felt like
Yeah.
that was like everything. And in terms of like what they've added,
Hmm.
it's basically, of course, I mean, new biomes, larger caves, ore veins now, and like how ores are distributed
Hmm.
are like kind of a bit better. Things have kind of changed. And yeah, what Mangita said, I remember back in Minecraft, you had to figure out yourself how to build stuff. Yeah, that was a big change. That now everything's just
Actually,
like,
that's only a Windows thing because I think on Java you don't do that. So if you still want like
uh,
the original quote unquote vanilla experience, you have to play Java. But
yeah, but a lot of stuff seems to change. Like now, like even the seed generation, I believe so. Like it's a little bit more similar now.
hmm
Um, so it's kind of interesting because you would think like they would just kind of just transfer things over one for one, but that's not really how things work.
well, it'd be kind of hard to because I guess
Yeah, I
everything's
mean,
literally changing the whole entire game. It's
yeah. Well, and then also the programming is done in Java versus I think Windows is done in C++. So there is a bit of I guess like difference there and stuff, but I don't know.
that's your
It's
cup of
kind of
tea.
yeah. I don't want to get into the nerd stuff like why that. Yeah, that's not the podcast for this. But I do like that they added the ore veins. I think
Hmm.
that was kind of a good thing because uh, I think sometimes they need to dial it back just a little bit because sometimes it's like there's like a huge giant vein. And I know that there was a lot of people who were going around showing it off, and they're
Hmm.
like, yeah, like people were getting like diamonds up the wazoo, and I'm like, what? Like,
Well, yeah, because
where did you
even
get
because
that?
on this new update, we already got 10 diamonds in like the first two
Yeah,
hours
we
of
got like
playthrough.
yeah, we
So,
got diamonds like super quick, but like people were getting like massive ore veins, like 20 blocks, and I'm
oh
like,
dang,
for diamond, like I was like, oh shoot,
I'm jealous.
so yeah, like yeah, and then so I'm like, now our measly 10 diamonds don't look that great, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was like I do feel like that the progression is a little bit on the quicker side. I feel like with this update and stuff, which
Hmm.
I don't mind too much, but um my main thing with this update is like the biome change, or I should say like the cave changes, and
Hmm.
I want to get your thoughts on that because you were really like, oh, this is awesome when we first started it up.
I loved it. I was honestly not expecting this huge of a change because I know I was like, oh, cool.
Hmm.
The mountains look cool or whatever. It doesn't look
Hmm.
like just a big old pillar or whatever. But it's like once we got into the caves, it's like, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, it's like a whole new game, and like they have that everything's just structured so different, and it's like it feels like you're actually like spelunking, and like when you see ore, it's like ooh ore, and then you walk around, there's
Yeah.
like waterfalls, and then I think we saw like
Yeah,
a
definitely.
tree.
It's like it's a whole new world, like in the like underground and
I
just
love it.
caves and stuff. I really like it because like we've come a long way just from like them like adding like little mines. Do you remember that? Where it's just
Yeah,
like you got a
here's
few
some
mines
riddles.
from like cave spiders and yeah. But so yeah, like this update's really awesome. I think for the most part it seems everyone likes it and everyone enjoys it.
Hmm.
So I think it's a pretty good thing so far. They did push some things back though. There's a new mob that they're gonna add called the Warden. It's like a
Hmm.
blind monster, and then I guess it's like relies on like movement and vibration and stuff, and you're gonna have to sneak across,
Yeah,
or it's gonna attack you. And I guess it's like bigger than like the iron golems that they have out
it
there.
one
So
shots you with the best
yeah,
armor in the game.
so yeah, like
So it's
I'm
like,
I'm looking forward to like seeing that come into the game finally, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait till 1.9.
hmm.
But I think this is kind of like the optimal like Minecraft experience now. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know
Hmm.
what you would really want from it more. I mean, of course, there's other things like I don't know what you'd want. I'd like a couple more weapons and like
Hmm.
some more, just cosmetic stuff. I guess really like a couple more blocks. But I don't know. Like, do you think? Well, what would you
I,
add?
I mean, there's really not much you can without getting into the mod space. There's not really much you can add
Hmm.
except for just more like armor types, like
Hmm.
different ores. I guess more cave biomes because that's the new thing. What else could I mean? Animals,
Hmm.
maybe tame like a hawk or something. I don't know. Like I can't think of anything else like you can really change. But
Yeah, yeah.
Minecraft is like super fun, especially with the new update. It's like man,
Hmm.
I love this
Yeah,
game
you're right.
a little too
Also,
much.
what's up, Incan? Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to say hi.
What up?
But yeah, so we're talking about Minecraft right now, and we're actually kind of just talking about the new update.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, in terms of what I want from Minecraft, I don't really know though, because like I said, things have kind of changed, and like what you were mentioning, the mod space, because Minecraft has incorporated a lot of things from
Hmm.
mods. Like, I mean, there
Hmm.
was copper. That was like one of the big things that I noticed.
Hmm.
Horses and certain mobs and stuff like that. I just can't remember all of them, but a lot like they've been incorporating more and stuff from like mods, and so I don't mind. I think it's cool having that in like the vanilla base game.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think kind of like we're kind of approaching the definitive like Minecraft experience, at
Ooh,
least
that's
for
a
me.
bold
Like
statement. Hmm.
I think we're kind of like I don't know what more I'd really like want. I don't know. I think this is I don't I mean of course I want them to still do updates and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm kind of satisfied. Like after all these years, it's like okay, yeah.
Well,
Like
I guess, because I'm like actually vividly thinking about it right now. Like, I guess they could add more like flying things. Because I know you only
flying
have
things,
like,
yeah.
because you only have the wings, but you only get that in end game.
I'm gonna be honest, like I hate those things that like when you haven't slept and they come
Oh
crashing
yeah,
down
and they
on
just like
you and
screech
stuff.
at
I
you,
don't
and you're
like
like,
it. They always
"Ah!"
jump scare me. But yeah, like what DK
More
Mara is saying, like
technology. I would like that.
mods then and now, huge difference. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think also too like the mod scene is like a lot more popular. And like there's a little more easier access to that stuff now versus I feel like when I was a kid. Or maybe I just know kind of more
Well,
about
no,
that. Like, a little more.
like maybe
'Cause
something would be cool is they make Java a lot easier to use. How about
oh yeah,
that?
I think yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I would love to see some sort of meshing of like Java and Windows as much as possible,
Hmm.
but I don't know.
That's
That
not
might
gonna happen.
I don't know. If we're gonna get that. I don't know, but you remember how to open the file of the game itself to add mod? Oh man, dude, we're not going.
Yeah,
I
yes,
don't
that's what
know.
I'm saying. Like if for Java, because for Windows it's a click of a button, you download it in the world, and then there you go. There's the world. But in Java, in order to get the mod, you have to go to the link of whatever mod it
Hmm.
is, find that, unpack it, put it into the mod folder, and then
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then if you want to do a multiplayer, you have to like find
Give
your
everyone the
IP,
mod,
type
and
in,
then
yeah, type in, whatever website you have for your internet, type in your IP, port forward,
potentially
send
dox
everybody,
yourself.
yeah, send everybody that, IP, and then have everybody download the same mods. It's like, let's get rid of that. It's more streamlined like Windows, please.
And dude, yeah, but it's just one of those things. I think just mainly quality of life. I think that's what I really want out of Minecraft. Like for now, it's just more quality of life. But I've been pretty satisfied because like I just came so late into the game. I can reap the benefits because I know a lot of people were complaining like, oh, like they're pretty sparse on updates throughout the years and stuff. And but you know, like for myself, like I'm like, oh, okay, let's play Minecraft again. And I'm like, wow, there's so much more and all these things. But for me, I don't know, because like Minecraft's Minecraft. As long as like I'm just building stuff, I'm usually pretty happy. Like that. It's you know that's my thing on it.
It's just crazy to think that I don't the simple of a game is like so huge, so popular, and like every time you play it, it's just like, oops, I just played for 12 hours. It's never a moment where you're just like, I'm done. I mean, after you played it for like 3 weeks straight or something, but you know that's different.
But I think that like Minecraft, I don't think is gonna go anywhere anytime soon. I think it's pretty evergreen. I think it's gonna end up kind of like Tetris, where it's like it's Minecraft, it's Tetris, everyone plays them, everyone knows them. You know what I mean? And I think like I mean just like getting Steve into Smash Bros. Like is just a testament to how powerful like you know Minecraft is. You know that to be like recognized
Mortal
like
Kombat,
that.
Steve.
Mortal Kombat. Don't say that. Don't say that, please.
Guilty gear, Steve.
I swear, the one time, like a dev, like will listen, and then he's like, "No, don't do it, please." Like, that's why. No, because the Shaggy meme is the reason why we're getting that Warner Brothers crossover game because of the stupid Shaggy meme. So no, like don't speak that into existence, please. don't speak that to existence.
Gross.
Yeah. But yeah, like I mean, of course, Minecraft's Minecraft. They're putting out good stuff. I don't really have much more to say on that. I just kind of wanted to give our 2 cents because we've been playing it a lot.
Yep. If you're not playing it, what are you doing? You must live under a box.
But yeah, I'm really glad to see like Minecraft still thriving. I think, and they're still doing what they're doing. Like it's pretty cool. But yeah, because I don't know. That's really kind of it. I kind of lost my train of thought right there for a second.
What are they talking about?
I'm reading chat. So I'm reading chat kind of a little distracted. But the next game, or I'm sorry, did you have anything else you wanted to add on that before we switch?
No, I just want to play Minecraft.
You just want to play Minecraft? Oh, yeah. But yeah, so a new free-to-play game that's coming out, or that came out. It was kind of like in beta for some time, and then we talked about it way long ago when they were doing like the game, like they're showing off games. But
it's E3 or whatever.
Yeah, that far back maybe. Yeah, Century Age of Ashes. So yeah, so when I saw it like randomly because I just happened to be on Steam. And then I was like, oh, this came out? I didn't keep tabs on it. And so I was like so surprised to see that it just dropped because I had it on my wish list. And then, you know, usually you get the email, but I didn't see the email. And then I was just like on Steam and then I was like, oh, sweet, it's out. And then I downloaded it and it's sitting at pretty much mostly positive reviews last time I checked. And it seems like everyone's pretty much enjoying it. A lot of people wanted to go to consoles. There's a lot of good stuff, I guess, so far to get into the game because it's, from what I understand, it's pretty much free to play and it's just only cosmetic progression from what I understand at this point. From what we understand, like I don't know, most developers say that and then they eventually start doing pay to win. And that's what and so they have like a few game modes out and stuff like that, and it's they have like plunder, like a capture the flag, and then I think kind of like a team, and then they have like a team deathmatch kind of thing with like bounty, and then plunders, like, you know, you steal gold from like dragons, and shoot fire at them. It's a fun game, and we've been enjoying it. But I guess in terms of like thoughts on the gameplay, because this is like a pretty unique game, I would say, in terms of like. Because it's a fight. It's like a fighting third-person shooting game. Like, you know, it's whatever. It's like
Call of
we've
Duty,
seen
but
that
dragons.
It's like we've seen it a million times. But yes, the dragon riding mechanics, and the whole kind of just like, you know, medieval thing, kind of cool. I was like, oh, this is sick. But
I'm glad
I
it's
don't know about
good,
you.
to be honest.
I'm like, I was kind of worried. I think we were kind of worried.
Yep.
Like, just like, oh, is it gonna be good? We really wanted to be good, but I think in terms of like nitpicking like the game mechanics and the gameplay, there's definitely
Well,
like
like we
some
have that clip
fixes.
of me, where I just all of a sudden my game
Mhm.
just decides not to work. I don't know
Oh
what the heck
yeah,
that was.
yeah. That there's been a few like bugs we've come across and stuff like that. But I want to get your thoughts on like the game mechanics. Like, how does the movement feel? The shooting? Because I know we were talking about that a lot
Hmm.
last stream.
Hmm.
Friday, and so we were kind of talking about the fireballs and movement and like the lock-on system. So I want you to kind of like
Yeah,
give your thoughts
I
on
know. I
that.
know. Like our biggest concern was that it was gonna be clunky.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of does feel clunky. It's not as smooth as I'd like it. Because I'm pretty much just gonna compare it to the Star Wars Squadrons. It's essentially the same
Mm-hmm.
thing, just without first person. Oh, that could be kind of cool. But there's a lot of stuff that needs fixing. Like the flames, I feel like I understand it's flames, but it shouldn't like deter.
Homing missile. Yeah.
Yeah, and like one shot you, and I feel like your
Mm-hmm.
dragon should be like all of a sudden you can't really control your dragon very well. I find that kind of pointless. And
I
it's
mean,
like
I mean,
there's no
it
point to
makes
miss like
sense
your
though,
fire
because
thing.
it's like
Your
you get hit. Eh, like
but
I guess, yeah.
it would make more sense if you get hit, with like the ice ability or like just like a regular fireball or anything else. But like if it's just like constant fire on you, you shouldn't feel like
Mm-hmm.
you keep constantly getting hit. Like maybe the initial is like a ow, but then it's like okay, I'm still on fire. Leave me alone,
Yeah, or I think maybe they would just have to lower the kind of like because like you'll get hit with the fireball and just vroom,
Yeah.
we've missed like goals like super crazy because like just the fireball comes out of nowhere. And
Hmm.
the flame breath is like once you start getting hit with that, bro, you're pretty much dead.
There needs
And
to
I
be more
guess
things where you can, I guess, escape. I don't
yes,
know if that's the right
and
way to put
I
it.
think you bring up a good thing, like where you're kind of saying, like, oh, first person, because I'm a big first person advocate. I think third person's fine, but I think it'd be really sick if this was kind of like first person and you're driving, driving, I guess, riding the dragon. I mean, oh my goodness, yeah, but yeah, because there has to be some way to at least fire or shoot back behind you,
Hmm.
because yeah, there's no way in heck, like you can't you go around the corner and you're like, oh, they tell you, hey, the tutorial tells you straight up,
Hmm.
if you make a sharp turn or you go to the right or you make a corner, that you'll be able to dodge them. But nope, no matter how, like they still follow you, and
It's like,
I
where's the
think that's
dodge?
like, yeah, like there's no dodge mechanic. I know some people in the community have been suggesting like some sort of barrel roll to at least
Hmm.
add some sort of invincibility frames or give you a chance to like dodge it, or
Hmm.
some sort of maneuver like where you fly up and then you can go behind
Yeah.
the other dragon. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, you doing like a
Well,
reversal
that's what they have in
somersault,
Star
whatever.
Wars. So.
Yeah, and so because I was kind of hoping like because I haven't played Star Wars but I played a bit of War Thunder. I think yeah, it was
Hmm.
War Thunder, and so I kind of like the flying and combat mechanics and that. Yeah, pretty much an air flip. Thank you. And then so I think that if they kind of stuck to that kind of more kind of like realistic
Hmm.
or either arcade style of shooting, I think things would go well. I think the game came out pretty strong so far. Definitely some changes need to be made, um, but I think it's just that it's kind of awkward. I think that's the best way to explain it because
Yeah.
it's so not. I wouldn't call it like super unique, but it's a fairly unique concept with because aerial combat, like it's not a brand new thing,
Hmm.
but it's a tough thing to get right. And I think that's the hard part. Is that it's kind of like in that awkward initial stage. Yeah, turning is kind of awkward, and I know like some of the stuff's not fully explained in the tutorial, or it's kind of like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be changed, I feel like. But I think for the most part, I'm just glad so far as is. It's pretty much free to play. It's all
Hmm.
cosmetics. We don't really have to worry about
Is this full
uh,
release?
I think it is pretty much full release. They are planning
Interesting.
on what seems like to add more classes and stuff. I think personally, the classes kind of boring. I don't know about you, Fen. What's your ideas on the classes?
Yeah. I'm trying to the classes. I feel like there's really no point to them.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
feel
what I
like
said.
I feel
That's
yeah
what I think I should
I
say.
feel like if you okay sure if you want to do classes, make it more unique because like the
Hmm.
Phantom, you just become invisible, which does nothing. I think the only one that's really good is like the Marauder. Was that what they're called? The Marauder or whatever.
Is that or like
The
the
very
healing
first
one?
yeah no not the healer one. The very
Oh,
first
okay.
one. That's like the only one that can like shoot a bunch of missiles
Mm.
and it cuts off the
Yeah.
locking and blah 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 blah. Because like in terms, I don't want to keep
Mhm.
comparing, but in terms of Star Wars, they have different ships, but
Yes.
they differ a lot. You know, like if you
Hmm.
want a bomber, you're gonna choose a bomber, and obviously it's gonna do more damage, bigger explosions, whatever. And it's like in terms of Sentry, the healer one, it's not even a healer. It just you just do a shield, and then but like the shield's weird because if you're doing it from far and you don't reach the dragon in time, you lose the it's on cooldown.
Yeah.
And then like
Uh,
that what is it called, the mine?
yeah.
That's useless. It's like how do you make a mine work
Mhm.
if you're flying around? I
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying that that class is kind of useless
mm-hmm,
compared to like picking the other two. Because
mm-hmm.
it's just, I mean, I like the class; it's fun. You know, I did my little like MLG edit of that with
With the
this
snipe.
because I sniped someone with it. But yeah, it was. There's some stuff I think they should just either remove the classes
Mm-hmm.
and have you pick just from like a. You just have like a custom loadout, I guess. That's the best way I can explain it.
I mean, why
Or
not?
just reserve the abilities for the dragons and make them like, oh, you shoot an ice ball or
Mm-hmm.
you know it's ice flame or something like that. Like there's just different, or you shoot, or the dragon will like spew out gas and then it'll make it difficult to, or smoke or something like that, so it's difficult to see or
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I think I would have preferred that, but again, I think when we're talking about like kind of like the game design aspect of it being free to play, and since they just want to do cosmetic only progression, they kind of put themselves in an awkward position because I'm the way that they want to like incorporate abilities and skills. It's like there's not really a progression, so you can't have the abilities be super overpowered because whatever new
That's true.
classes they're gonna bring in, it's like well, people. It's how do I word it? It could add like a conflict. It's always a problem, and I'm probably not making sense on this, but it's it's I don't know how to word it. Like I want to.
Well, I think what you're trying to say is like, or I don't know. I'm just I'm kind of taking it as like, why have classes if they don't really matter, and if it's gonna be free to play or whatever, and you're gonna
Hmm.
have quote unquote classes, why not just choose whatever dragon you want, whatever
Yeah.
abilities you want, and then whatever human you want?
Yeah, but the thing is like okay, now I kind of got a little more. Is that like with the dragons, you can't have them like being upgrading abilities and different things because it's
Mm-hmm.
cosmetic only, and then it's kind of like they're walking it back. So it's kind
Mm,
of like a double-edged sword, and like how yeah, it's free to play and stuff, and you can get like I know you can buy the game, as in like they were like doing like oh you can get early access to it, and they give you some cosmetic stuff and some boost and all that. But in terms of like, oh, you would be getting new dragons that can do different things, then eventually that could potentially turn into you know, battle pass kind of like, oh, get this
mm,
ability with this dragon, unlock this, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it could potentially unlock a cycle that we don't want to like go down
mm.
with like a monetization system. So I think maybe that's why they kind of like we're doing kind of just like classes where it's like, oh, you can do some things or whatever. Because I
Hmm.
don't really know, like, since there's really only cosmetic, only progression, they don't want to give him more abilities. A lot of it kind of reminded me of For Honor, though, um,
Like the
like in
UI.
terms of like UI and kind of like not necessarily like the rock paper scissors mechanic of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It just kind of gave me that like vibe. I don't know,
For Honor. I'm
but
trying to like dragons, swords. I don't
uh,
know.
well, no, but it's like it's a play like combat game, I guess, and so
Hmm.
just I feel like maybe they might be trying to kind of take that path of what For Honor did. That's what I'm just trying to say. Like I can't really, I don't know what's the best way to kind of explain it, but I don't
That's
know.
a
It just
big
reminded
gap
me
you
of
had to
that.
fill in, Ricky.
Yeah, I know, I know. Never mind. Ignore the last 20 minutes or last 5 minutes or whatever that was. But yeah, no. In terms of like my concerns for the game, though, I think it's fine as long as they keep doing what they're doing. They haven't really worked on many other games. I tried looking it up, and they made
I've never
like
heard of them.
a mobile game or something like that. I don't
Hmm.
remember. They made a mobile game, And I was like, okay. And then so like that's kind of ambitious to go from we
A
made a cool
mobile
little
game
mobile game,
to
and then
dragons.
like
Okay.
and then to like we're making a dragon fighting game. You know what I mean? Like, and give him credit. This was pretty good. I think I'm definitely gonna continue playing. Kind of
Mhm.
had the itch to play it. Kind of been
Yeah, we'll
having the
definitely
itch to
play
play
after
it. Yeah.
this.
Well, we're definitely gonna be playing a little bit of that after this. But I think, what are your kind of like your rating? I guess. What would you give it, Fen?
Ooh, too soon for a rating, but
You
out
think
of
it's too soon for a
10,
rating?
because I mean we haven't done like the ranked because you have to be like level 10,
Mm,
but a lot of positives for it though. Like I do feel like they give you or they're very generous with the currency, which I kept
hmm
saying. Like I'm glad it's free to play. I'm glad you can actually play the game, get currency to get the dragons. I do kind of
uh-huh.
like the what is it called, the nest where you breed your dragon and like you
You
do certain
gotta
challenges.
do missions and stuff.
As long as those don't stay like, as long as they stay easy and they don't get too like ludicrous, it's like that's a pretty cool mechanic. I think there's like a key system. I don't really understand that. I think you just keep doing challenges and you unlock keys, and then you can get
Mm.
like an egg or whatever. That's cool. I, in terms of rating, the gameplay can be kind of wonky. There's not really like if you're dead, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. Um, it's like it's like there's no way to escape it.
I think the best way, it's like it's quite punishing. I think
Hmm.
there is a big learning curve, and we were complaining at the beginning, like I don't know about this game, and it takes a minute to kind of get used to.
Yeah,
I
there
think
is a
that's
weird like learning curve,
mhm.
which is kind of, I don't know how they managed to do that, but I feel like maybe if you start to play more, you'll be a
Yeah,
lot easier. But I
yeah, because like the sensitivity. Remember that we were like throwing the mouse like
I play
everywhere,
on.
and
I've
you
had to play on controller. That's like if you're
yeah.
gonna play this game, I feel like you should play on controller. To be honest, unless for whatever reason, maybe we just did the settings wrong or whatever. But like
Uh-huh.
if I have to move my mouse to like Narnia just to do like half a turn, something's
Yeah,
clearly wrong.
yeah, I had to definitely increase sensitivity.
Hmm.
Um, but yes, I give it. I think on terms of just like free to play though, I guess
It's
like
but
seeing
if
it
for
as
free
a
to
free to
play,
play game.
it's I would rank it like just like a good like 7.
Good 7. I give it like a 7.5.
Yeah.
7.5, 8 if they really continue to push out new content for this game and
Hmm.
support it. Then yeah, it's definitely gonna be like an 8 for me in terms
It's
of
gonna be a
like
9
like
if it's gonna be a 9. I'm gonna call it here. It's gonna be a 9 if they do Lord of the Rings crossover, Game of Thrones,
mhm.
Aragon, How to Train Your Dragon, and
I don't
I
know if
can't
they
think of
can.
any other dragon movies.
I don't think they can snatch an IP. The Dragon Maid for the anime.
Well, I mean, that's a different kind of writing, but
Yeah, I think that. I think yeah, like that'd be really cool to see some crossovers and stuff like that, especially like class related stuff. That'd be really
Mhm.
awesome. But I think it'll just be like a solid 8. I don't know about 9. 9 would be, I guess, yeah, if you would be adding in all those characters. But I think currently it sits at like a strong 7
Mhm.
as a free to play game. I would
Mhm.
probably not pay for this game
It's
if I'm
better than
being
Fortnite.
honest. Oh my gosh. Have you seen all the stuff coming out for Fortnite? You got Spider-Man, The Rock's in it. You got like, oh my gosh, dude.
Maybe that'd be the gaming news part, but
But
the
yeah.
the event was kind of hype. Anyways.
But yeah, and so I think like it's definitely a solid 7. It's free. Worst thing is you lose like 2 hours of your time to see if you enjoy it or not.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would definitely recommend most people to check it out. If it seems like a cool if it sounds like a cool concept to you, like oh, riding dragons and shooting fireballs at other people and doing like just fantasy stuff, that's cool. You're gonna
Yeah.
probably enjoy it. It does have a steep learning curve. It takes like a good like half hour to an hour to kind of get used to it. I would definitely
Mhm.
recommend increasing those settings, baby, for that sensitivity, because you're gonna be swinging that. I think it's only on PC, but you're gonna be swinging that mouse around, so
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna have to like and get used to crashing into walls. Yeah, that's like the best way to describe it. Like it's
Especially
just
the gates or whatever they're
yeah.
called. The
So
goals, sorry.
definitely a pickup just in terms of free to play. If it was paid, I'd be a lot more hesitant to recommend this game to anybody. But as of now, it's still free to play. So hopefully it'll continue to be, and they don't add in all these egregious things. But I think. Oh well, what's your setting actually? Or what's your rating? Sorry, I was gonna.
Yeah, 7.5. 7's fine.
Okay.
I hope they don't mess this game up.
All right.
It's interesting though. A side note, how there's no like advertising or marketing for this. I feel
Oh
like
yeah, it was
they
pretty
just
low
released
key.
it and they're like, all right, we're done. I
Well,
was like,
they
oh,
showed it
okay.
off a few times, and then I was like, "What happened to this game?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's out." And so
Like, where's
yeah,
the Twitch trailer? We're on Twitch right now. Where is it?
so if you care about our recommendations, definitely go check it out.